gathered together from the cosmic reaches of the universe, here in this great hall of justice, are the most powerful forces of good ever assembled. Dedicated to truth, justice, and peace for all mankind.
Spinner is back! So, today we're talking about Joss Whedon. They're bringing the whole Bat family back on film. They have Batman.
Yes.
They got Joss Whedon is doing Batgirl.
Yes.
And now Nightwing is coming out too.
Yes.
What can I say? Yo, Batman world, baby.
Oh,
a
God.
Batman world.
No,
and everything revolves around it.
No.
You know?
Okay. All right. I'm going to go to the start of how this all happened. How did the Batman family come back?
They saw.
No.
What?
We didn't have Batgirl. We had Oracle. And who was doing Batgirl at the same time? Not ashamed of her?
Who?
I thought this was the Batman guy.
Yeah, I'm just saying. What do you
He's
mean?
not the Batman guy.
So, wait, go back. Who? Who?
I'm not even talking the comic books, because the comic books had Oracle.
Right.
Okay. We just talked about in one of our other episodes. We had a Batman animated series.
Right.
And then the sponsors are like, hey, can you do some more stuff with Robin? And they're like, we don't like Robin. And then they go, you know what, Dick Grayson's a good character. We're having a lot of fun with him. And they're like, hey, we want something for girls. Can we fit Batgirl into it? And then they're like, you know what?
Let's bring her back.
Well, they probably begrudgingly did it. And they're like, Barbara Gordon is a lot of fun. And they did one of the best episodes, Over the Edge. Do you remember that? Do you know anything? You're supposed to be the Batman guy.
He's throwing me off.
He's not the Batman guy. So what's it? They have a scene, they have a point where in the animated series, the last season of the animated series is a very powerful season, right? Mm-hmm. Batgirl, it's about Robin becoming Nightwing, and Dick Grayson's having his issues with Batman and how controlling he can be. And then he starts bringing in Batgirl for help, and then it's like he's just manipulating everybody. And then Dick Grayson goes off, and then he comes back and whatnot. And you got the whole Batman family together. But it was cool having Batman and showing that Batgirl was a viable character and a good asset to Batman. And Batman could be even more pulled back and a little more darker, even though he has these kids around him. Because there's a scene where he meets Tim Drake, and he's like saying, they said my dad was DOA. That means he's dead, right? And then Barbara Gordon's like, no. And Barbara's like, yes. But, that's, having characters, have different personalities works out better rather than having moments where, Batman being nurturing, where you have Batgirl that she can do that. And then going back to the Over the Edge, basically a scene where it's almost like a possibility where something happens, and what would happen if something happened wrong to Batgirl, and how that would affect the entire Batman mythos. It would just do something. It was an incredible episode. Go out there and find it out. But Batgirl's an important part of Batman. She's a viable. In Zero Hour, there was the only good character brought back in Zero Hour. There was a new Crisis in the 90s. And I'm like, this is terrible. And then Batgirl says, Batgirl's a good character.
And we don't disagree with any of that. So what we're trying to see is whether or not Whedon is going to do a good job with
Whedon has just come off the Avengers. He's taken the group dynamic. He's the person who said, hey, we watched Watchmen, right?
Yeah.
The problem with the Watchmen was they have scenes like the Batman 66 where they're running around and they look terrible. Joss Whedon took the superhero and he said, let's not have them running straight to camera, because that doesn't work. Have the camera dolly around them. Didn't have them run off, but stylize it, because you're not supposed to see. Don't show the unflattering parts of the cape flapping a weird way like they did in the Batman TV show. That's why everything is stilted. You don't have them running straight to camera. Joss Whedon knows enough about filmmaking, and he does. Obviously, he's done Buffy. He's done a ton of different things. He's got a ton of things.
Firefly.
Sometimes Firefly. Maybe everyone sounded like Han Solo. Maybe it was still fun, but now everyone's becoming a scoundrel. But he did Buffy. He did a good job with
Angel.
the Avengers. Angel. So it's like, hey, let's see what he can do with Batgirl.
You think you're just giving the pass just like that?
It's not a pass.
No, I'm just asking. You just
How
give him a
much
pass?
more does he need to do?
He needs to prove himself. Because he has to be.
Wait
up
a
to
second.
level.
Oh wait, if you watch the Batman TV show, we had a Yvonne Craig as Batgirl. This is gonna be all things Batgirl. I didn't know I had all this history of Batgirl.
Clearly.
Because he doesn't have nothing, right?
You see the hits come on. Cal's not here and I'm still getting hit.
Hey, I
That's all
got hit
do.
the last time, so I got to hit back at this guy. So you had Yvonne Craig, which was like, she's like, a dancer. I'm not sure if it was, but she was very athletic, and it worked perfectly for Batgirl. And the costume, the designer costume in the TV show worked. So it's like, man, it was great to see Batgirl on the screen. And then now we're going to get another live action. DC is going at it. They're just knocking Marvel away. They're not afraid. They're going to do what's that? They're going to do a solo, not even
Nightwing.
Siren. They're going to do, not Siren, but they're going
Birds
to
of
do.
Prey?
Not Birds of Prey,
Harley
Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn. They're doing Harley Quinn. They're not afraid of it. They got Wonder Woman coming. They got Batgirl coming. And this is like, there's 3 women. What do you got, Marvel?
They got Miss Marvel coming.
They're going to push back Captain Marvel. So get out of here. They're going to push that back.
They should have done a Black Widow movie. That would have been a big help.
It's
right
easy.
There. It's
It's
quick
easy
and
to
easy.
do.
You have someone who can clearly do the character.
Yeah.
She has a background. We could have done that. But hey, that's an old story. We're not even going to talk about that.
Well,
we're getting back to this.
Going to the TV show, I'm sorry, but if you go to the TV show, that show they were able to translate the costume. The costume worked nicely. I think you look at it, it still works. It's like
Which costume?
Batgirl costume on the show, on
Which
the
one?
TV show.
The blue with the yellow?
Well, it's sort of like that, but it has some purple into it. But it works as having a.
We like darker colors.
Yes, the darker colors work.
Darker colors work.
So
So, we're getting back to this. So, Nightwing, what about Nightwing? What do you think about that?
I think are they doing 4 Batman-related things? Nightwing, new Batman. That might be a little too much, but it's starting to say we're going to start doing some things. Doing some solo movies.
The only problem that I have
not
is-
thinking about a big movie to do an Infinity War Batman thing.
No. But I'm saying that I think the only problem that I have is how you handle Nightwing. I mean, because I think he's a more complex character somewhat than Batman. Batman, is him and the bad bat, but it's how do you handle the person who was my apprentice, basically? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well,
where he's kind of resentful, but he learned everything from this man. At the same time, he needs to make his own identity. And it's how do you handle that? And I think there's going to be a very particular. I'm a Nightwing fan, so I would love to see how they take care of that. Hey, can they bring in Starfire? That'd be off the hook.
well, we're going to get to that when we do our next review of the Titans.
The Judas contract.
But I think that with the Nightwing sort of thing, yeah, it would be interesting to have Coriander in there, but then that's a cosmic character.
Well, that
Would
could be
that
something.
work with the thing? But if you look at the approach that the new Teen Titans did with Dick Grayson, they did a lot of stuff where they set up a lot of detective stuff.
Yes.
So whereas Batman was sort of outside the law, even though he, I guess in the 50s he was like more 40s a lawman. What they tried to play up to have a little bit of difference is showing how good of a detective Dick Grayson was in the Titans. So that's an avenue you can follow for Dick Grayson. It's the only thing, will they use Bloodhaven? Will they use some of that stuff? I don't know if that's going to work. But, it's just a question, same with Batgirl, what villains are they going to use? They're going to use Bloodhaven, they're going to use Blockbuster, and Batgirl, they're going to use the Killer Moth.
Well, they've been introducing the city of Bloodhaven. I know in some of the DC properties, so it's not going to be something totally.
But
foreign
is
from
that that's not the best name?
I know. I can to this day I have no idea why the hell they call the place Bloodhaven.
Yeah.
I mean, is it really? If it's that bad, goddamn. If if Metropolis is Manhattan and Gotham is Brooklyn, where the hell is Bloodhaven? The Bronx?
What's the name? No, what's the name? It's what is it?
Well, they never
Gotham
actually
is
tell you where
Chicago.
it is. They never actually tell you
Gotham
where
is
it is.
Chicago. You can say the movie sort of put Metropolis as New York, which worked because
Well, it kind of works, but then I thought didn't they put the whole thing with the movie? They have he's in Gotham and he's seen Metropolis being
that's
attacked.
crazy.
So now
That
you're like,
doesn't
wait a
make
second,
any
that doesn't make
sense.
any sense.
But
So
I mean,
don't
it's
know.
also a movie, but it doesn't make any sense to do that.
Yeah.
And then all the, the flat Earth people are looking at it and saying, the curvature, it's not, there's no curvature. No, that has what it is. So.
So look, I'm all for Batman. I'm all for the Bat family.
He has to do his homework.
You know.
The Batman guy in the Batman world needs to do his homework.
Don't hate, love. That's what I say.
If you don't know 70% of the history, you're out.
I totally disagree. I totally disagree. You know, just because he may know one or two things more doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate into the movies or the TV show. Okay. So once again, spin it back out. Yo, this is for you, Cal. Eat this show.
Well,
Spin
I
around.
gave it to him a little. I don't go as hard as you did, but
Oh my gosh. I thought I was going through the ringer. You were like, give me Cal. You know, but hey, all in good fun.
yes.
Spin it back out.
Look out.